20th of January 2026. Incredible Christine Gavin, Watchtower of the Flock here. And I am on watch, and of course this is me many years ago, a vision I had in my dream of my son and I watching, over all this death, all the bulls of Bashan, and these are all the evil spirits coming out of them. So if this isn't your dream life, you can be thankful. But anyway, actually got that one into the art gallery many years ago. So sadly, I was the only grunge not at the vintage rally on the weekend. The weekend rally. So I was here as usual, watching the world, being the Watchtower, and wondering what is going to happen next. Hoping I can find the dream that I had when I was at Davos, because I think it's huge what is about to go down with regards to Greenland. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd take you through what this sort of stuff that I saw today. We have somebody coming through Wanganui going to lecture about the Stonehenge. So I decided that I would go. So I booked my tickets, and this is the first thing that my morning brought me. So here we are. So this is from the Kia Rahi Manahuri Visitor Services. This is all part of what it says here, Wanganui with an H, which it shouldn't have, UNESCO City of Design. And everybody is just going ooh ah now, putting that, just because UNESCO decided to make us a city of design. And why? I mean, does anybody even know how evil UNESCO is? You're going to be finding out soon when the whole UN falafel comes falling down, which it is about to be taken down by the Trump, and UNESCO will be coming down soon, and then maybe people will actually understand that that is signalling you the truth hidden in plain sight. Wanganui UNESCO City of Design. Have we got a design school? No, we used to have one, and they didn't give us the award then. That's strange, isn't it? But we have this art gallery, which took 10 years to build, right? Over $70 million. Even Mar-a-Lago only took 4 years and a whole lot more money than that. But in Wanganui, it takes 10 years to put a square box, stick it on the back of our gallery. So, but that's because there's a tunnel going underneath the river and to the tower. So, but nobody knows that, and that's what the whole UNESCO City of Design is all about, that we are designed the new world order, that is why Harry came over and did his rowing up the river. That's why we've got the mirror ball with the cracks on it, order out of chaos. That is why all the sculptures on the riverbank, they're all symbolic of how we have been taken over through education. So I've got the big pencils there, and that was done by one of my baristas, the one that scratched off 12 of his beard hairs into the cream cheese and watercress and bacon sandwich of Nigel, one of our best customers. So that was kind of, and then wouldn't even go out and apologise to him. So, yeah. But that's Wanganui, and sadly, this is what's happening now. And while everyone's having all their steampunks, everyone's having their wonderful vintage rally, and everyone's having a party, except the grunge, because she's, going through her dream book, looking for the dreams that we're talking about, what is happening. And so today I want to, because I've just sort of been watching the deaths after that dream that I had of this huge, well, it was a train, but it wasn't. It was going over the railway tracks where the Dempseys and the funeral directors are, going through that intersection. It was painted exactly the same colour as the sky. So it was very early in the morning, so you couldn't see it, and there were, you know, no windows. I can't remember at all on it, but it was huge. And even though it was, it looked like a great big train, it was actually a truck, so it was driving on the road rather than going on the tracks. Anyway, and that's where, you know, what has been happening. So I am just going to show you today just how sad it is, because these people just all dead, you know, so many just under the age of 70 most, but many just 50s and younger, 40s and younger. And you know, I thought, well, if I just can find it, there we go. And I'll just take you through. Wanganui's only got about 30,000 people, so this is just 2 days worth, okay, of death notices. And we have, with all due respects, Shelley Palmer. She was born in 1968. So this is page 2, in 1930. Dudley Scott, 1955. So she's 1939, 1956, so she's actually younger than me. 1944, he's 1956, he's also younger than me. 1948, 1950, so that's Gary Tweedow, so that's 5 years older than me. Fiona Kathleen McIntyre, 1967, what does that make her? Margaret Evelyn Lewis, 1956, so that's 1 year younger than me. Karen Ann Thiel, 1964. Nemo Susan, 1952. Moffat Mark Hudson, 1972. 1941. 1939. Greenless Cameron, 1977. Seeley Roger Dean, 1953. So that's page 2, and I'll just go to page 1. Palmer Shelley Patricia, 1968. Tahuna Rangi, sorry for that, Rienga, 1962. Giange Luke, 1987. So many also, they actually don't put their dates in now, so she actually looks younger than me, that's for sure. 1955, James Flack, same age as me. Cole Brendan, look at that, isn't that just sad? He's a strong, healthy, fit-looking farmer, loved his farm. 1969, he's only, what, 51 years old. I know this man, he was a swinger at the, when my boyfriend was. 1955, Graham Uren, lovely guy. Graham Alexander, 1944. 1933. Caird Nathan James, 1974. Golly, what does that make him? Simonson, 1953. Susan Bird, 1952. 1943. Ashley, 1946. Jeanette Lorenz, 1961. Sears, 1950. Another Tihuna, 1949. Denise May Teresa, 1957. So, but even all these other ones are still just only, you know, sort of early 80s. So anyway, it's a bit depressing, isn't it? And that's just, you know, a taste, a very small taste. So I remember them, and yeah, and just I'm putting it down because everybody is just partying on as if nothing happened. So this is just my testimony for these times and this horror that we've been through, this incredible destruction. And I'll talk more. Okay, I'll show you. No, I'll just leave it at this for the moment. I'm back. I decided to carry on. Okay, so here we have, this is how they message you. And if you don't know how to read their messages, it's about time you learnt. So this is what it's all about, being the Wanganui City of Design by UNESCO. So we have a lovely couple here who've come up all the way from Lower Hutt. And he's got their steampunk gear on, pretty classy, and all his medals commemorating the war. So this is from the Caboodle March. All great fun, all great fun. So here we have some nice pilots, and we've got the red shoes on, and if you don't know what those are, I'm not going to tell you because it will get the my video flagged. But let's put it this way, it's a trademark of the Pope and a lot of other Satan worshipping PDO files. So here, and this is how subtle they are. So we get the line-up of the cars here, but what do they park them in front of? Because this is what it's all about, the fusion, the blend and fusion restaurant. Okay, what's all that about? It's about diversity, and that's how we are the City of Design, because we are one of the few places left in the New World Order, and we are a literal monument to death, as can be seen by this Jury Hill Tower. And it was these sites that also commemorate it, that I had filmed the night that I got attacked on the solstice, and after 2 days I was pronounced absent in the Wanganui hospital after I had gone round to show the notable spots in Wanganui that make us a sister city to Rome and Washington BC, and that this is because they have sister rituals here. And this all started for me when there was a horrendous 2 murders in Wanganui after the Morris dancers had come through town. So here is the major highlights of the Jury Hill Tower. It's has an elevator, and this is the river over which I believe that there's a tunnel. I was in a foster home, probably right up there, and right next door to this tower. The Jury Hill Tower opened in 1919, is unique, the only public underground elevator connecting Anzac Parade to the hilltop, with a unique 66-metre ascent. Note the number. The Jury Hill Memorial Tower, built in 1925, honours 513 local soldiers who died in World War I, serving as a significant historical landmark. Enjoying elevators, 205-metre tunnel and historic design offer a fair glimpse into early urban planning. Nearby attractions like the Sargent Gallery and Wanganui River enhance the cultural and scenic experience of the river. It was built in 1916 to 1919, and this 66-metre vertical shaft and 205-metre tunnel were built to support the development of New Zealand's first modern suburb. Okay, the tower stands at 33 0.5 metres tall as a tribute to the 513. So 513, turn that around, and what do you get? 315. And what is significant about 315? Unlocking it's about spiritual significance of 315 symbolises transformation, growth and balance, with each digit contributing unique energies to its overall meaning. Creativity, self-expression signifies new beginnings and leadership. 5 reflects change, adaptability and personal freedom. 3 represents creativity and self-expression. 1 signifies new beginnings and leadership. 5 reflects change, adaptability and personal freedom. Call to action, frequent appearances of 315 encourage reflection on life changes and trusting your instincts during a significant decisions. So this is a very important Masonic number, and of course it all relates to exactly what that war, or both wars were, that they were, I'll watch my words now, the beginning of this new world order that they have planned, and that was a BLOOD sacrifice, which should never have happened. All those, that memorial to all those dead should never have happened. It was by design. Everything is by design of these MASONs, and but it's quite a magnificent looking tunnel, tower. Are they going to show it to me? No picture of it, just to do my head in. And but I'd have to ask, given everything else that we are put through, where is the earthquake strengthening requirements for the Jury Hill Tunnel? Don't seem to be any problems with that. And yeah, my connection was interrupted. So here is the tunnel. I mean, not the tunnel. Here's the tower. You can see, pretty amazing, isn't it? And amazing that that isn't considered an earthquake risk, considering that it was just made out of, this mortar and stone. So it towers over our city, and we're all very proud of it. Rightfully so, but sadly it is a monument to death, and we have so many of them in Wanganui because we are the city of design. And the sooner that you come to understand these things, the sooner we can all reject these narratives that we've been buying into all our lives, and we can fight forcefully against them, as I did that day that I was killed. I mean, I literally went around and filmed all of them, because after I worked, I had a cafe, and after the Morris dancers came to town that night, there was the most incredible murder could ever imagine. An innocent kid went to prison, and he, and also in Martin on the same night, a Mrs. Morris was murdered by a woman. So both those murders, I believe, were done by women, which also give it a huge amount of power. So anyway, we had the cops in our cafe for a long time, and it's a long story, but very sad. And Tania, the girl who was murdered, on her 21st birthday, all of this totally symbolic, all part of this city of design. So hopefully when you wake up, and everything comes out, those of you who are still asleep, you'll really just start fighting back and start realising what kind of a spiritual war we're in, sort of what's this about, and then maybe you'll start taking care of your dreams as well, and understanding that God, the universe, is speaking to us, and that we rise as a body, as a collective when we understand these dark forces that have been sacrificing our children, and, just creating mayhem and misery on the earth. But thankfully, with what's happening in Geneva this weekend, there's going to be something huge. But unfortunately, as what's already happening in Europe, these warmongers, those who created those wars, are now absolutely determined to create another, because they are all going to be hung. Otherwise, I shouldn't have probably said that. Hung on the line, maybe. Sorry. Anyway, it's all a pretty big time. So I really hope that you are really thinking about the spiritual as much as going to a carnival. Because it's pretty important, the survival of our planet.